Welcome back to the show. We are Green Room Radio, the dopest radio show in Las Vegas. I'm here with the full-time CEO, Mr. Will Roundtree.
Mr. Full-time CEO.
Oh, I took your verse.
You forgot the Mister.
Forgot the Mister.
That's all right.
We got Little Rach
What's
in the
up?
building.
What's up?
And back again for his second time, Mr. Lazarus.
We got the doctor.
Dr. Lazarus.
Right.
a.k.a. Dr. Khan.
That's right.
a.k.a. just set the internet on fire.
AKA
Crazy.
the only Detroit rapper to do it. The collab with Rakim.
Yeah. Is that how you say his name?
Rakim or Rockheem? Rakim.
Well,
She asked me today, is it Rakim? And I'm like, I'm pretty
Rakim?
sure it's not Rakim.
I've heard people say that before, but Rakim is how,
But we
it
got
flies.
to put some respect on him.
Absolutely.
It's the God MC.
Absolutely.
I call him Ra.
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 Look.
Shit.
Yeah.
So
I say that on the
welcome
intro
back.
on the
Yeah,
song. Like, what up,
yeah,
Ra?
yeah,
I'm gonna have to give a shout out to
Yeah.
Mr. M80. Got us the little signed Rakim,
Yeah.
the little
shout out to him.
rebirth album.
Definitely.
Shout out to him. I need to talk about some stuff with him later on since we got a doctor in the house.
Yeah,
so
he hit me. He was he had a little situation.
Yeah, no,
we.
he was on a podcast. He dropped it, so I'm like, okay, I'll talk about it. He's a funny ass dude.
How's it been going since you dropped your single?
Yeah, first of all, how did that? I mean, like, how how does something like that even come together? Like, that's almost like
Right.
a dream
Yeah, it's
slash.
like bucket list
Bucket
material.
list.
Like, you know, it was just so crazy because I'm here with my brother. Shout out to Iron and Mirror Management, man. And we was just I just randomly like started going through some of the old videos and stuff. And I was watching one of the videos I did like 10 years ago with Royce. It's a song called Underdog. And I got a line in there where I actually say like I'm a hybrid as preposterous as Rockhim and the Indominus Rex. And I'm like, I went back and it's a younger version of me just talking about how I'm like a Indominus Rex mixture with Rakim. And it's like a metaphor that I had. But if I was to tell that version of myself that, hey, you're going to have a record with Rakim one day, like I'd have never believed it.
That's
man,
Super
that's-
awesome.
It's beyond a bucket list wish, I think, for any true MC on the planet. I say the word true on purpose.
Yeah.
For any true MC on the planet.
Man, it is.
Rakim is y'all, obviously seen the recent like John Cena interview where he's talking about the Mount Rushmore of rappers and like Rakim and why he deserves to be like Rakim. Without Rakim, we wouldn't have all our favorite rappers, all our favorite MCs that are alive today. And I'm actually happy that a lot of more people recognize that than I thought, because you would think that an MC that was doing it back in 1986 and such might not still resonate with the younger Gen Z. But they recognize, are familiar with, and know his brand of being the God MC.
Well, I see a lot of the young hip hop heads today. I mean, they really do take it back.
Yeah.
They are doing the research, but yeah, I mean, for it to take off with like that many followers, like
Yeah.
that's
What I was most impressed about with the record is your cadence.
Yeah.
It kind of it was familiar
Yeah.
with Ross in the album
Yes, it was.
on the record. Was that on purpose or?
Yeah, it was, because it's like, I would say that my style in general, I've definitely been inspired by Rakim from Jump. Like,
Yeah,
he's one of the MCs
You
that
definitely heard it.
because one of the things to me, like, there's rappers, then there's MCs, and there's MCs that really love the technical aspect of hip hop, where you look at the syllables and you look at the wordplay. Like, when I'm constructing my bars, I'm always looking at, how is this syllable going to land with that syllable? How could I bend this word to be like that word? And how could I say something? So it's like I'm thinking about a combination of things. I'm thinking about how the words are going to fit together, but I'm also thinking about how I'm going to be able to say something that's potent or meaningful while I'm doing that at the same time. So it's like two tricks happening simultaneously. So you hear wordplay that's crazy, but you also hear something that's going to make you say, what did he say? And I hear that, I heard that from the beginning with Rakim and the way he just would break down his syllables and his bars. And I just think that, it's just amazing to see how that then evolved with all the MCs that came after him and how they took, from the Cool G Raps to Nas and everyone, all their favorite MCs. And you could hear the way that they break down their syllables and wordplay, and to have that, that technical scheme that they get from the God MC.
Right. No, you definitely could tell you've studied this game.
Yeah.
And so
on this
I salute you.
record in particular, like, I definitely wanted to throw that sound in there as paying homage to him, and then branch off from it as my verse built. But then I also coined the word Rockimologist on the song, you know, and I've been getting a lot of feedback. A lot of the comments that I've been seeing is like, oh, I'm a Rockimologist too.
Somebody put that on a shirt real quick.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you know,
Straight
and it's
up,
like,
that's
you know, the
hard.
word, you got Stan in the Oxford Dictionary, you're gonna have the word Rockimologist for like people that study,
I love it.
that are scientists who
man.
study hip hop, you know, in the wordplay.
Mhm.
And when Rakim heard that, he went crazy. Like he loved it so much. The homage.
Did he ever say like where I know M80 was crazy. He came on here and they weren't even finished with this Rebirth album. Like
Yeah.
where did he go? Like what had he been doing for all these years?
I really
That-
can't answer that exactly. But you know, Rakim is Rakim. You know, he
Well,
don't-
it's crazy to come back and I mean he's just as relevant, if not more relevant,
Yeah.
than he was. So
Mhm.
obviously he's been putting in work.
yeah,
What about the whole I'd always affiliate him with Eric B.
yeah.
Are they still cool? Is Eric B still out there doing his own thing?
Yeah,
Like,
but I think Rakim is just kind of focusing just on himself.
just on himself. Yeah.
And like the Rebirth album, like you said, came out, and then like a lot of the MCs, the vintage, like the great MCs of today came around, like Crooked Eye and Chino XL and these guys, like you know the the Rockimologists of the hip hop world. But then now Rakim has got the Re-Up album coming out August 29th.
So he's doing another one.
Yeah, so this is dropping this month.
Wow.
And you know, it's crazy because when this song was my project, right? Lazarus and Rakim,
Well,
or Lazarus featuring Rakim, but that changed.
I noticed on your video.
Yeah.
It was your video production.
Well, Matt Alonzo, you know, did the video. He did my
Okay.
last couple joints. You know, the guy sent me joint that Frederick produced, and then he did Scalpel, which was produced by Denon Porter.
Yeah. Shout out
he
to
also-
Mr. Porter.
Yeah, and he also shot the video for this one, but it was my project until like M80 and Matt Kemp, you know, they were listening to it and they were like, you know what? Hit up Lazarus and see if he's down to have this be Rakim's record for his album as the lead single.
Wow.
And you know, what am I gonna say to that?
Right.
So Rakim's
Definitely
gonna
not
put that
saying no.
track.
So this
on
track
his
is
new-
on his album. This is actually the
Oh,
first.
This song is gonna be
this
out
the-
of here.
This the lead single off of Rakim's album. So now the conversation we had earlier about, you know, bucket list and having a record with Rakim. Now it's Rakim's record with me on
Yeah.
it. So it's crazy. It's unbelievable.
Yeah,
That
that's,
is
crazy.
crazy.
So how does that work out? You know, is it saying like, hey, I could put this on my album,
Yeah,
but
so
he
that
wants
was
to put it on
so
his?
as far
or-
as like the business of it, when
Yeah.
we talked about it, it was like, you know, I still want to use this for my album, and they're cool with that. So it's like a dual single. or
Oh.
whatever.
did
It's
you
like- it's
did you
my
have to
single,
did you
but it's
work that out
Rakim's
with
album.
Rakim, or did you have to talk to M80?
I worked it out with 80 and the team, you know,
Okay.
and Matt Kemp. You know, he's
Shout out to M80.
yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
So I want to take it back a little bit.
Yeah, let's do it.
You know, coming up in Detroit,
Yeah.
how much did the Detroit influence your swag, your
Yeah.
your persona being in the music industry? How much influence did Detroit inject into you?
A lot.
He
man. You know,
screams Detroit even
yeah,
right
I
now,
mean,
man.
when you know, when I came up and I was doing my bars, you know, initially it was like Wu-Tang and like Mobb Deep and that
Yeah.
type of stuff that really got me to just have the fervor for hip hop that I have.
100%.
But when I seen like Slum Village, Elzai, and then
Oh,
when
yeah,
you got
Slum Village.
MD12, Royce the 5'9", all these guys taking off, that confidence that I got as a rapper, as an MC, went just shot to the sky. Because now it's like you could be from Detroit, you could be an MC from Detroit, and you could be renowned around the world.
Yeah.
And I think that right there just influenced me tremendously.
Right. And you
know.
could be lyrical and
Yeah,
from Detroit.
and lyrical,
you know,
lyrical.
because of the
So-
L's eyes
yeah,
and all. Yeah,
and those
so,
are the people
Yeah.
that I kind of tuned into.
100%.
We're the people like the L's eyes and the Royce the 5'9s and things like that. So when you have that type of lyricism that's now being projected to other parts of the world, and now people are associating lyricists
Yeah.
from the city of Detroit, that just made me comfortable to continue pushing the envelope with the lyricism.
Mm-hmm.
That's what, man. I hear so much Royce. I hear Mr. Marshall in you.
Yeah,
I mean, I hear
yeah.
a flurry of all these guys.
Yeah, no, I studied all the greats from my city,
Mhm.
and I studied the greats from just hip hop in general from New York. You know what I'm saying? I studied Nas, I studied Rakim. You know what I mean? I studied a lot of these guys.
Yeah, Nas is Will's
my favorite.
rapper.
Yeah.
Besides Lazarus. Man.
Yeah. Laz is my second favorite rapper. I'm going on record to say that.
And you've done some work with Nas, right?
Well, I've been on the road
Yeah.
with Nas and Wu-Tang, so we've been on the road together. And but yeah, like now, just kind of like looking at it, it's like, yo, that's the next one we got to grab. We got to get Nas on the
Yes.
record.
for sure.
So how do you have time to record,
Mm.
shoot music
Now
videos.
we having that conversation. Now.
And you're still a doctor.
Yeah, still
Literally.
active. You know, it's some people think that I retired or I'm no longer practicing. Like, I've seen videos, people, you know, he used to be a doctor or
Right.
he used to do this, and like, nah, I ain't used to do shit.
You're still doing it.
Yeah.
I did it today. I seen my like 40, 50 patients earlier today.
No
so yeah,
way.
Yeah.
Where are you working at, if you don't mind sharing?
I
Remember,
work
he's
at.
all over. I
I'm
think.
all over the place.
Ah,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Yeah,
Like
I'm-
wherever you're needed,
Yeah.
basically.
I'm a medical director at a facility, and then I work at like a lot of the skilled nursing facilities, the acute rehabs, and acute hospitals. So I'm gonna be working at one of the main hospitals. I'm not sure if I should be saying the name on the podcast.
That's
Yeah.
okay. You don't have to.
I have had weird situations happen where people just showing up and weird stuff happening.
Right.
Really?
Hey, can
Oh,
you-
hey, my arm's broken, or this is. Can you check me out?
The weirdest stuff you could
Well,
imagine.
no,
No,
like,
I bet. I can only imagine.
Yeah.
Especially here in Vegas.
Yeah, even like what Will was saying. Imagine if Will came in and all of a sudden,
Like that's your favorite rapper.
all of a sudden he just comes
Yeah.
up and you know he just did that
Yeah,
song with
so-
Rockhim. and he's
Bro.
a doctor.
Yeah, so imagine like
Now I'm sick.
yo, like, listen,
Right.
I'm walking into like this cancer patient room and stuff, and I'm just like my mood, like my mind state is like, okay, I got to figure out like he's on this chemotherapy and like these are the medications he's on, and this is how we got to deal with it. I walk in and then I'm talking to the patient and just looking at me with this weird stare. And I'm like, what happened? Did I say something wrong? Did
Mhm.
I like misspeak about his diagnosis, or am I looking at the wrong patient
Right.
chart?
Right.
He's looking at me like shocked. And then he starts busting out one of my rhymes. And I'm like, oh, no, this is and it-
Not the rhyme.
because when I'm in that zone,
cool, though.
when I'm in the doctor zone, I'm a different person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's
Totally.
You wearing your doctor
It's like
hat.
switching a role.
It's like
Yeah,
switching a split
yeah.
personality thing for
Yeah.
real. Like it happens because I'm sorry. I get so into who I am at that time that I forget that I'm Lazarus. And so when that's reminded to me in a circumstance where I'm not, I'm not ready for it.
Yeah.
It throws me off. I'm like, wait, what?
Well, that's
Like,
what
how
I-
do you react in that situation? Are you like, wait, yeah, that is me, or like
Not what I
like, how
try-
do you respond?
To be honest with you, I try to brush it off because
Yeah.
when I'm in that zone, I have to stay in
gotta
that
stay
zone.
serious,
Here's what you could
too,
tell
yeah.
people.
Yeah,
Oh, I get that a lot.
that's my. Like, I look
That's a
like-
good one.
I look like dude, don't I?
I get that a
I
lot.
look like dude, not exactly like him, but I look like dude a little bit.
Yeah, that's crazy. And just to be, just around even for wordplay, all the medical
Yeah.
terminology.
I love
Yeah.
Scalpel.
Yeah,
That song
like I
threw
could
it
just see you sitting there, and then everything you're like talking
on.
about.
Pancreatic adenoidal. It's just like
Yeah.
I'm thinking all this.
So on your breaks, you're freestyling. What you doing on in between and patients?
So yeah, like when I'm in the medical world, I'm in the medical world. And
Okay.
then when I'm out of there, now it's like a transition. I drive out to the studio, and then it's like
The
Lazarus.
switch
Mm.
flips.
And now it wasn't always like that, but
Okay.
that's how I mastered it now.
I remember you saying before, just having the discipline for time management.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
that is the biggest
That's
thing.
the key. That's the key, I think, to success in anything that you try
Yeah.
to do. You always have to be focused on whatever's in front of you, and that's life or death. We're not talking about it. We're talking about physician, like doctor. You see, you got people's lives on at stake.
100%.
So we're when I'm in there, I don't even let things sway in a direction where they can possibly lead to something like that. No, so
Right.
I'm dead serious with what I do, but I take that same seriousness in when I'm on the microphone because, like the same way that like it's life or death with the patients that I'm dealing with, like it's life or death for me on the mic too because, one thing that I'm a fighter, like in the sense that I always have to fight to prove myself, no matter how much success I get. And no matter how big I may or may not get in hip hop, I feel like I always have to fight people's criticisms of me being who I am. So there's always gonna be, he's a doctor, and but his background, his race, like it's always those barriers that are preventing somebody from rocking with me or saying, I want to like him, but then I fight that every time. I'm like, I want to create something that's so undeniable, something that's so pristine and pure that you could be the biggest hating bitch on the planet, but you cannot criticize me.
resist,
You
right.
can't resist what Lazarus is bringing to the table. You know what I mean?
No.
Like that is ingrained in me to the point where like I take my art form very, very, very serious, like it is life or death.
It's like it's creating a legacy. It really is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
the second I fall off on something, or if I don't present something that's like mind blowing, then it's gonna be like, man, why does the doctor pick up the pen or the pen and the pad for? You know, like, or what's he doing? He don't belong here.
Right.
And I've been told like you don't belong in so many different regards. This song is called Not to Be Defined, you know, because people love be like, oh, I get it. He does this, so he's there. This is how I type, like stereotype what he is or what he's supposed to be or what he's supposed to sound like or what he's supposed to bring to the table. And when I said not to be defined, I mean, like, you can't put a definition. I'm giving you something that's beyond the dictionary definition
Right.
of any. There's no word in the dictionary for this.
No, one of the things I appreciate about even, you know, with your profession is that you don't use you being a doctor in the music world for a gimmick standpoint. So I think that's the dopest part about it. And you would think that's what people would see, especially as soon as they hear your music. Because once I heard your music, I didn't even think about you being a doctor. I'm just like, oh, he's dope.
When I was in medical school, you know, I used to do this thing where I used to put medical words together and teach classes and lectures.
Right.
I stopped doing that because what I didn't want to do is there, you know, sometimes you see these like I don't want to call people like corny things that you see on the internet, like, oh, check this out, this doctor having fun rapping. My whole thing is, look, I don't want to be doing no gimmicky stuff where I'm like, okay, the doctor doing some funny raps about medicine and stuff and become a meme that people start looking. Like, to me, it's like,
a meme.
Look, man.
Yeah, because once you get stuck in that, it's a rap. It's a rap.
Like, how I want to use my medicine is like another weapon in the toolbox, basically.
Definitely.
Like, I just basically want to be like, I hit you with the multi-syllables. I'll hit you with the entendres. I'll hit you with historic references.
You know you're speaking over people's heads
I'll
right
hit you with all these different things that a lyricist is supposed to do.
Right,
and then, yeah, Dr. Khan also have these medical words he can just throw in there too. It's like an added toolbox that I have, but I don't. It's not a gimmick. It's just it's just extra artillery.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's speaking real hip hop, y'all.
Yeah.
That's what
I don't ever want to be in a box where people say,
saying?
oh yeah, he's cool in his little lane, his little niche. No, that's not my lane and my niche. My niche is where J. Cole, where Kendrick, and these guys. That's my niche.
100%.
That's where I want to be. I want to be in a place where you like lyrical hip hop. It don't matter, like, you care about the medical part or don't. Like, you could dismiss the medical part. I'm here to compete with the best of them. Like, I want to be, and to me, I feel like after Not to Be Defined with Rakim, I feel like my confidence is there where I can back it up and not just talk about it.
So with that record, has anybody ever came at you from a standpoint and looked at it as, oh, nepotism? He's a doctor. He got money. He could pay to be here. Have you ever gotten that?
I mean, yeah, they haven't.
Okay.
And then the reason they haven't done that is because people know Rakim don't do collaborations.
And that's why I wanted to mention that.
Definitely.
And that, like, that to me is something I hold close to my heart too, because you know, when I sat down with Rakim, you know, when I was at the Brooklyn Bowl, as you're talking about, I was with you, M80, and we was all over there. Dina Ray was there.
Yep.
You know, we was kicking it, and then we were talking, and then I met Matt Kemp at the Brooklyn Bowl. You know, when Rakim had the show, I think the month after that. So I was sitting there with Rakim, and kind of he had actually learned about me through Chuck D before, because Chuck D had actually put some good words in for me, but he actually is like the doctor who raps. And then him and Matt Kemp were both kind of astonished at the fact that how could a MC be a physician when he's seen a couple of the freestyles that I did and be like, so you're a doctor, but you really MC. Like, you're a real MC. You're not like one of these just like, hey, he just did this thing in the shower for fun.
Yeah.
In between, you know, so like really, really like a student of hip hop.
Right.
And you're bringing this to the table, but it's the way that I'm bringing it to the table in a way where I'm encouraging the youth to be like, hey man, don't let nobody put you in that box. Focus on whatever dreams you have in life, but you know, you could do multiple things together. And that's kind of the angle. And promoting education versus people saying, hey, you should need to dumb it down, sort of thing. Like, you know, elevate your mind through your education.
Right.
And they love that. So Rakim instantly was like, yo, this is dope.
No.
Like, this is some new shit right here that I can rock with.
Yeah, who threw it out there? Because I mean, just for him, like, I know if you haven't already, this is gonna open some major doors.
As far as you said about the money, like, I don't want to say the names of the artists,
right?
But I'm talking about artists that if I mention their names to you right now, you'd be like, there's no way Rakim would say no to this. They came with like $100 grand. He said no. So this is who we're talking about.
Rakim does. Yeah, Rakim doesn't.
And that's why I asked you the question, because I know he don't do features.
Right. You don't.
You know what I'm saying? So
so it's the biggest blessing of my career for sure. And like I said,
Whose idea? I mean, like when you guys were sitting there chopping it up. I mean, did he mention
that
it?
didn't materialize at
Yeah.
first. It was just kind of like, me and AD had to talk about it, and he brought it up because Rakim was getting ready to do the re-up, or the album that's coming out right now.
Mhm.
And it was about what type of production we would have or what we could present to him, because he literally says no to like every type of beat. Like it has to be the right beat.
100%.
So I reached out in the bag. I'm like, if there's an opportunity, let me reach out to producers. I had already built a relationship with Fred Rec. And at the time that record God Sent Me came out that he produced, I got connected to his colleague over there at Aftermath, which is Dem Joints.
Yep.
So I told Dem Joints about it. I'm like, look, I potentially got a record with Rockhim on the way, and I'm looking for the right production. Like, yo, lace me, bro, with some ill shit. He didn't charge me nothing, bro. Like, so he just sent
He
me.
laced it.
He sent me
Yeah.
like 12 beats, and we went through them all, and that was the one that Rakhim's like, yo, this a go. He went and
Sick.
dropped his verse. And
Did you guys do that together, separate?
so when he recorded his verse, it was a FaceTime. We was on FaceTime together while he was at his house
Mhm.
recording a verse. And then I had another hook to the song at that time. And then when I seen the direction he wanted to take the record, I kind of adjusted what I was doing to what he was doing. And then when I finished the record, I sent him, and I was a little worried. I'm like, yo, what's Rakim, the God MC, gonna think of the record? And when they gave me the 2 thumbs up on it, wanting to shoot the video and everything, because there's a lot of records that
So what's
they
crazy
get
that-
done, but a video shoot behind it.
Yeah.
No, that's what I said,
Right.
because I'm like that
That makes it serious.
That takes
That
a
makes it
minute.
serious.
Exactly.
And you got to ask yourself, when was really the last time Rakim, jumped on a video? And then
Right.
to be honest with you, you guys are like
Yeah.
on a video, like like a Royce
Yeah.
and Marshall back
Yeah.
in the
Super
day. Like,
honorable,
you guys,
yeah.
you guys,
And that's
like,
the thing
fit.
too. Like you see the way we're vibing with each other,
Yeah.
and that's organic.
You
That's
could
what I
tell.
said.
You
Yeah.
could tell. It didn't look
100%.
corny. It
No.
didn't come off
Mm-mm.
gimmicky, and that's why I say even just the homage you paid to him and your cadence and the
Yeah.
flow,
Yeah.
I thought it was super dope, man.
Thank you, bro. Like,
100%.
yeah, no, that's definitely a milestone moment for me, man. I'm just excited to see where things go from here. Because I'm getting hit up left and right by people that used to not want to rock with me, and now they want to rock with me. It's just like a lot of
Yesterday's
Now you
price,
can-
not
now you can
today's
pick
price.
shit. Yeah.
what Fat Joe said, and the revelations that come with it. Like
Right.
now, I'm actually able to see like the people who really rock with me versus the people who don't. Like it's becoming clear after this milestone moment.
Mhm.
Like and that's something that really your eyes open up after something like
Wow.
this. Yeah.
So I know you don't need this, but did Rakim drop any advice or tips that you'd like to share?
His main thing was basically like, I remember when we had that conversation, and he was just like, he basically entrusted me. Like when he heard the record, he was like, yo, make sure hip hop is in good form. like I got the clip of him saying that. Like he's literally like, make sure hip hop is in a good place.
He was giving you the doctor's order.
So when the God MC says that, and
Yeah.
he's like, make sure, man, make sure.
Yeah.
It's just it's unbelievable.
That's a lot of trust. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did it feel
really
like big
is.
shoes to fill? Like Lil Rach said, that's a lot of trust
Mhm.
Yeah.
to pass the torch
matter of fact,
in that regard.
We out here right now, man. Let me pull this up real quick. So check this out. I'm gonna pull this up for you real fast.
Yeah, that's like just a career defining moment.
For real.
The blessings that's coming your way, man.
Hip hop is alive and well in 2025. It ain't going nowhere.
Facts. Make sure, bro. You heard me?
Yes, sir.
One love,
Salute,
baby.
man.
One love. Salute.
Yeah, so that was the voice of Rakim right there.
That's what's up, man.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that just has to be, like you said, kind of,
License.
growing up, and then
Yeah.
all of a sudden, like you're watching these guys, and then I've had so many of those
Mhm.
moments, especially here in Vegas, and I'm like, what am I doing?
Now
Sitting
you're
ne-
standing next to them
like,
or working
even,
with
even
them.
people that
Yeah.
aren't in music, like, what am I doing sitting next to Shaquille O'Neal right now, like having
Yeah.
a
Dude,
conversation?
literally.
Like, I used to watch this guy when I was a little
Nah,
kid.
it's always like mind over matter. Like when you're able to, like sometimes people block their own minds, right?
Yes,
From
block their
thinking
own
that- yeah, their own
blessings.
blessings,
Yep.
and then
Yep.
they tell themselves what they're capable of and not capable of. So be like, oh, that's out of my league, or that's not
Yep.
possible. I can't go there. And when something like this happens, it just opens your brain up to any possibilities. And now, like, not to sound egotistic, but I feel like I could touch anything right now. Like I could go anywhere.
That-
Mm.
that-
And I don't care if somebody tells me that I'm not qualified or capable or up to par, because now I got the certificate.
Mhm.
So
Right.
it's like
Yeah.
when you become a doctor and you get your like MD or something. Now it's like it's there.
100%.
You know what I mean? I can see patients whenever I want.
Right.
You can't tell me I'm not. You know, I'm not a physician. So I feel like the license that I got from this is just unbelievable.
Since the song came out, have you been recognized a lot more in public?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people that have been recognizing me. As far as the public part of it, I have had patient encounters. I'm not really in the public like that. So, you know, unless I'm doing a podcast or I'm out there doing a
He's not in the streets.
Yeah, so I'm not out here like that, bro. I'm either in the hospital or I'm in the studio.
100%.
Or, you know, me and my brother just kicking and watching TV or something, about watching some boxing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's all I do. And but yeah, as far as recognition online of people reaching out to me, hit me up. Oh yeah, I'm getting a plethora of people just and the record is like a 6-something million views right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Steady
Yeah.
growing
Numbers.
too.
It's like 6.7 today. I looked at it.
So how does your heritage, where your family's from, how does that influence, whether it's your music or just your career or even your drive? Because like you say, you're either in the studio or you're in the medical facility. It takes a lot of dedication to be at that level of drive for so long.
Right. No, I mean, I want to be a representation because whenever, like, one of the things that I always see in a person listening to my music is somebody, first of all, somebody who's inspired to be a lyricist, but also people like of my ethnicity and background to be able to look and say that, hey, look.
What is your background too?
Pakistani.
Okay.
Yeah. So like, for somebody of my background, whether that be a Pakistani person or an Indian person or a Bangladeshi, anybody South Asian who looks at what I'm doing right now, I want to definitely be a voice to them to let them know that all the times they told me no was bullshit.
Yeah. No, a lot of people too don't understand. I mean, the work ethic that comes out of Detroit. Everybody. I mean, no matter what it is they're doing, they all
the Midwest period has a crazy work ethic.
Detroit, especially in hip hop, man, like it's dead serious. You know,
we definitely repping the Motor City on that song.
Yeah. No, it
100%.
felt like that too.
100%.
Did you film that in Detroit?
No, a lot of people thought it was filmed in Detroit. It was actually even people who live in Detroit that I saw reaction videos, and they're like, "Oh, that's my city in the back." I'm like,
you said no.
We shot that in downtown LA.
Gotcha.
Because because we were trying to fit it into Rakim's schedule, and we couldn't figure out whether we were going to do it in New York, in Detroit, or LA. But he had the BET Awards with performing with Mariah Carey, so we shot the video like the day before that.
Wow.
Yeah, that was downtown LA, but
just
for people from Detroit thinking that was Detroit, I'm like,
the visuals gotta be crazy.
Right. How long?
You kind of couldn't tell where it was at first.
You couldn't. No, you definitely couldn't.
How long did it take for that song to come out, to get released?
So we started working on it. I think we shot the video in June. So we shot the video in June, and then we wanted to time it with my birthday, or the same birthday. It's my birthday.
We're birthday twins. Birthday twins.
Yeah. So and then guess who else has the same birthday as us?
Who?
Them Joints, who produced the song.
Wow.
So it
That's
was
sick.
like
trifecta.
Legends are born on that day.
Yeah. So when I told Them Joints that we dropping this on our birthday, another birthday twin, like he went crazy.
So you dropped it on your birthday?
Well, on the eve of my birthday. Technically, it came out on the 18th, but my birthday's the 17th. But we dropped it like on the eve of my birthday.
So hype.
That was like, that's like the dopest birthday.
Dang, that's quick though. That you guys filmed in June and then got it out by
July.
I always thought like stuff like that took months.
Yeah, that's thanks to I gotta plug my director, Matt Alonso, man. That guy's a genius.
That's sick, dude. To get that out in like a month.
Yeah.
That's big.
So correct me if I'm wrong. You've had joints with Ghost. GZA.
I haven't had a record with GZA, but I've been on the road with GZA. So I had, when I was on a tour, when doing my tour life time, I was on a tour with, first I was on tour with Ghostface.
Okay.
So we did the solo. He had Killer Priest with him, and we did that. And then then that got me networked into the whole Wu-Tang tour, which is like wild. Okay, so the whole Wu-Tang tour, and that was all over the world. And then that led further to a tour with the GZA.
Okay.
He liked what I was doing there so much that he invited me to his tour. Then I did a tour with GZA. And then I did the tour. Then I went on tour with Wu-Tang and Nas together.
So where do you go from there? It's like, who do you collab with?
Well, that's why, like, that's why I say in a rhyme, like, I'm like, can level to my peak, even if you raise your eyes to the rays in the sky, you'll never ever get a peak. So that to me, like I'm a mountain climber. I want to climb Everest, and I want to climb whatever's higher than Everest, and I want to climb whatever's higher than that. So I'm always looking up. That's I only want to look up.
You're gonna have to rhyme in heaven.
So speaking of looking up, do you have a big faith as well?
What was that?
I said, speaking of looking up, do you have a big faith as well?
Absolutely, Islam. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. What does that mean? When you say big faith?
Up in the sky.
Oh, up in the sky.
Yeah, definitely.
Double
Believe in a
entendre.
higher power.
Yeah,
we're speaking in double entendres right now.
Spirituality is needed. I pray 5 times a day, so I need that spiritual power to get me through everything I'm getting through.
No, 100%. No, that's dope.
Did you have a? I mean, obviously, like I said, that's such a crazy thing. But did you have a dream collab prior to even the Rockhim thing?
So my whole thing, to me, the collabs that excite me the most would be like Rakim was one of them. Tech 9 is another one, and that's my boy. That's my guy. So that's it's funny because every time me and Tech talk, he's like, "Yo, I need to sit down to do that one." It's like sometimes Tech will do a verse for somebody while he's on the road. He's always traveling. He's always on the road. He's like the king of independent rap. But he says, Laz, your rhymes is so tough that I have to like sit down for a moment.
Like think about it.
Actually, I'm not gonna just give you something while I'm on the road.
Right.
Yeah.
And similarly, something like that happened with Black Thought. So I'm like a lot of the the MCs that are at the highest, they don't want to just give me a verse.
Okay.
You're pushing them to the next level too, essentially.
To me, and so so definitely that. And then Nas is definitely one that it's a dream collab, and then of course M.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
And I think that,
man,
for Detroit,
I tell you right now, that definitely got M's attention 100%. I know he's a big fan of Rakim
for sure. Yeah, the day that collaboration happens, consider the world's gonna be over the day after.
Right.
Yeah, that's gonna be
So if we want the world to be in self-destruction.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was like what you said. I mean, it just shows that anything's possible.
And like I said, Denon, he's right there. Denon did Scalpel, so.
Yeah.
So, Laz, which one is Clark Kent and which one is Superman? The doctor or the rapper?
Well, yeah, I mean, Clark Kent would definitely be the doctor.
Okay.
I mean, I don't think there's I was trying to find an entendre or a double or like a, something like a weird thing in there, but there's really no other way to put it. Like, yeah, Dr. Khan is Clark Kent for sure. Like,
so
the people that interact with me in the hospital, there's like a nerd. You will never see Lazarus in that.
Okay.
No.
All right. So then who's Peter Parker and who's Spider-Man?
Same. This is all Lazarus. Lazarus is always gonna be the masked one.
The masked one. Okay.
Because the Lazarus, it's so crazy how the two worlds like have collided with each other and made each other. It's like it's like when Batman's talking to y'all seen the original Batman?
Yeah.
The one with Jack Nicholson?
Yeah.
He's like, you made me. And then the Joker says, no, you Batman says, no, you made me. So that's like me having a conversation with Dr. Khan. If Lazarus and Dr. Khan were talking, Lazarus is going to be like, I made you because I gave you the courage to study when you felt beat up and everybody was saying racist things about you and people saying all this type of whatever like domestic stuff was going on. Like, I made you because I gave you power to sit down and study and put your mind to focus.
Wow.
And also I gave you the power to learn. It was what I was studying. I was actually rhyming it to learn it.
Wow.
So I taught myself medicine through rhyme. So it's like the rap side of me is saying, I made you, Dr. Khan.
Man.
And then Dr. Khan turned around and be like, well, I made you because I was able to make you an independent artist when all the labels said,
I'm seeing the video of that now.
Like, as you're talking about that.
Be like, I made you.
You know what just came to mind?
Because these labels didn't give a shit about you, doctor.
You know what just came to mind when you said you saw the video?
That's what I was just
You
imagining.
should see if you could let Nas allow you to remake I Gave You the Power. That would be crazy.
Yeah.
That would be crazy.
Yeah, but I just thought of that, and that's just real.
That's what I'm saying. As soon as you said that came to mind.
Because it's like, as much as I try to isolate the two individuals, they cross paths,
Cross-pollinate all the time.
Yeah. And you couldn't have one without the other.
Yeah. 100%.
So what advice would you give someone who is on that path of, because I think everybody has a duality of who they want to become.
Yeah.
what advice would you give someone who's on that path and trying to find that focus and that drive? Because I think that's the hardest part. Because I work with a lot of entrepreneurs and business owners, and the hardest thing for so many people is to stay focused. Because, like you say, you had this vision with Rakim 10 years prior from a bar. You said some people don't want to go 10 days. So how does someone stay focused and stay in the game long enough to manifest something?
First and foremost is how bad do you want it? Like, do you want it that bad that you might not get it tomorrow? You might not get it 5 years from now. You might not get it till 10 years from now. If your answer to that question is like, man, I'm gonna do it till I'm 100 years old, then do it. Otherwise, you know, there's the other side of it too. I mean, I can sit over here and tell you it's peaches and cream to become a full-time licensed doctor who studied 16 hours every single day in medical school, gave up time to spend with his family while also pursuing hip hop that he would die for, that he's going in the studio after 0 hours of sleep. I could easily tell you, hey guys, do it. It's easy, but it's not easy. It's like, it's very, very, very difficult. So my whole thing to the person that wants to do multiple things and have multiple passions is, how bad do you want it? Are you ready to sacrifice for this? And knowing that if you do sacrifice for this and you do love it and you are ready to take criticism and you're ready to make your whatever talent that you have and you're ready to put everything on the line for it, do you really believe in yourself to be able to do that? And if you feel like it, imagine if a kid is like playing ball, is basketball, and he's like, yeah, I'm pretty good. No. Can I beat Michael Jordan? Do you think if you trained hard enough, you could beat Michael Jordan while playing basketball? If you feel that in your heart of hearts, then go through, push yourself, give up your sleep. If
I watched a lot on Kobe and just hearing the behind the scenes of his schedule and how much more he is practicing.
I wouldn't be sitting here with a record with Rakim with a medical degree if I didn't believe in myself with every ounce and every cell in my body at the face of all resistance humanly imaginable. I mean, if I could write you, I could write you a whole dictionary worth of text of people who wanted to resist me being who I am today.
Well, you would if you were just somebody, like I said, that didn't fully believe in yourself. An opportunity
belief
like
is
that,
number one.
They would crack.
The belief is number one. I remember like when I was, it's crazy when I look back now, but I remember when I was in college, and at that time I'm like, you
went to Michigan State, right?
I went to Wayne State for undergrad and then Michigan State. So I was in Lansing, and then I was in Detroit for undergrad. But I remember like at that time saying that, there's nobody in the world that can stop me from getting the highest grade in the class. And there's nobody in the world that can stop me from beating every rapper on campus in a rap battle. And my brother's here with me. Like he gave me that confidence because it was
shout out to bro.
Yeah, bro, right here. You know what I'm saying? He used to always, prize fighter. He was fighting. He was my role model. Looking at he was at Joe Louis Arena in Detroit, knocking people out in 50 seconds and stuff. I'm like, yo, that's it. Because there's a whole thing with my race of people. Maybe it's different now in this era, but when I was growing up in the 90s, at that point in time, it was kind of like there was a big inferiority kind of complex in people of my ethnicity around me, and they would always have this thing that they walk with their head down, never rebuttal somebody if they try to fight with you, if they pick on you, if they bully you. And so this guy right here was the one that was like, if somebody bully you, make sure they walk with the I don't want to say it. Walk with a limp or whatever it is.
The eye jammy.
So having a strong support system really helped out.
Yeah. I remember I mentioned this in an interview a long time ago. I remember I was on a school bus one time and somebody called me a slur word. He called me saying nigga basically. And so like I remember I was a little young kid, but it was like I remember what my brother said the other day. So I could have walked away, but I'm like, he had his eyeglasses on his face. I just snatched them and cracked them on the floor. Like I remember that. It was crazy.
It's like that's what you get.
Yeah, but so, that you need to be able to harness those areas of emotion and anger because you have to know when to let it out. And I let it out on the mic. That's how why Lazarus be getting aggressive sometimes when he rap, because it's like a lot of
that's how you're channeling your
emotion and a lot of like. I don't want to necessarily say the word trauma because you think there's something wrong with the person, but it's like whatever I went through growing up and all the the issues that I had to go through Like I have a way to filter that energy.
That was like your muse.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And you let it out. And hip hop was therapy from the get go. Whenever I listen to hip hop, is what gave me that, like, oh you know, I got, you know, I
put you in that space.
Give me that confidence.
Yeah.
You know, that I needed.
Definitely. So, studio or the hospital?
It depends. It all depends on the moment. I mean, you know, there's day. You know, it's funny because when I'm in the studio long enough, and when you're like, okay, you beat yourself to a point where, like, man, I get crazy in the studio, man. I'm like, my drive, my engineer is crazy. I've been there, be like, yo, man, you think I could have said that word better? Like, and it's everybody's like, no, that word is perfect.
It's a dumb question, but you obviously write all your own stuff,
yeah,
right?
I write my own
on the fly.
On the fly. Yeah, I write everything, man. So, you know, I'm not Drake.
Yeah.
I mean, no disrespect. Hey, man, look. It is what it is.
This hip hop. This is hip hop. This is hip hop.
Listen, so I'm not Drake and I'm not Rick Ross. He's like, in the sense that I'm not, like, whatever I tell you is real. It's like, I don't have no reason to be fake about who I am. Like, this is who if I was fake, I would have told you. You know, I had a conversation with Wack. You know, I used to never say this. Whatever. I did a record with Rakim. I could name drop now. So I had a meeting with Wack 100. You know who that is, right?
Yeah.
So, like,
shout out to Wack. I'd like to get him on here.
This is the first time I'm having this conversation. I met dude in LA. It's so funny, right?
Is he trying to get money from you?
No, first of all, there's no disrespect. Like, shout out to dude, right? But we were talking about. He looked at me. He checked out my music, and he's just like, yo. Y'all figure out how to package dude. And he's like, all right, so you were born and raised in this one area of Pakistan, and then you went here. I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, no, I'm just thinking about your narrative we're gonna tell the world. And I'm like, whoa, what are you talking about? I'm from Detroit. Like, I grew nah, they don't need to know that.
Hey,
I'm like,
for
so like try to make a fake story about you?
Wack 100 is the games manager, Blueface.
Okay.
He's a character.
He's like, listen, man, we could put it together however we want. I'm like, people know me from Detroit. They're like, nah, forget all that.
Just start a whole new identity. But I'm still Lazarus. Yeah.
Yo, it's crazy. No, it was fun.
Crazy.
And like I said, no disrespect. It's just I thought it was interesting that, but you know, that's the thing about it. For me,
was he with it? He was with your music?
He was with it, but he wanted to do that.
He just wanted to do that.
Yeah, but you know, my whole situation. And it's not no disrespect to him. And I understand, like, when I can understand where you're coming from, I understand when people say, dumb it down. I understand when people say, try not to emphasize this and try emphasize, because naturally, if that's never been tested before, it's never been tried. You want to go for the, you know, whatever's convenient and whatever you think is going to generate, like, automatically without taking a risk. A doctor who's rapping, who's got my background, you know, from Detroit, like, they're like, yeah, I don't know if people ready for that. But that's my job now, is to let people know they better be ready, because otherwise I'm coming like Salahuddin with a sword.
You better watch out.
Yeah. And,
here's what I think people find reasons to hate stuff.
Yes.
That isn't
they're not
in.
that. Yes.
People find reasons to dislike something that they're not accustomed to.
Exactly.
And that's always been my issue with humans.
Yeah.
And that's why I say, like, once you hear your music, it's undeniable. I could listen to it without any visuals. You like, who the fuck is that?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So definitely keep pushing. And I mean, I'm sure you've heard encouragement from, I mean, the God MC has given you a cosign, but just me being the hip hop fan in me, and me being the interviewer saying, bro, like, keep going, because it's a multitude of people who is going to see this interview, and that's what they're going to channel as they come up to their roadblocks,
right,
and as they faced obstacles in whatever path it is that they're going through. Because you're like, man, look, I've had every single roadblock against me, from race to religion to where I was born, all of this education, but
education's a crazy
but I got to the pinnacle, and I'm still pushing through, and I'm still in the hospital, and I'm still, you know what I'm saying? So, man,
and now it's
definitely.
like I have so much responsibility, and like they say to Spider-Man, right now with all this power comes responsibility.
Right.
And now that's how I feel now, because every step that I take now is being watched by people who look up to me. So now I have to be like walking in the most fine pathways to try to continue to be an inspiration, and most importantly, you know, staying true to hip hop and the culture and
Right.
making sure that it's alive. If Rakim said, "Yo, make sure," I said hip hop alive and well. He said, "Make sure." I don't want to let him down.
Facts.
Do you see anything? I mean, sometimes people do these things. I mean, do you see another song coming with them possibly?
Yeah, I was actually discussed because when something comes out and it's successful and people like it, and that is, I've seen comments of people like, dog, you need to do a whole project with Rakim,
him.
and, it just not all styles mesh together,
Right.
and I feel like that meshed, and it just.
So was he
100%.
genuine?
Great
Was he
chemistry.
like genuinely happy with the outcome?
Oh, he loved it.
Yep.
He loved it. Yeah,
Awesome.
that's a great person. Such a humble human being too, man. He's wonderful.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
that's
We want to see you guys on tour.
Yeah,
That'd
yeah.
be nuts.
I imagine rocking this one on tour too, man. It's like when they said this is going to be on his album, that's when I was like,
You're like,
That-
you're like,
that's
I
when
know.
It's like
That's a different level.
because when people be like, man, how did Laz make? How did this happen? And then it's like when you hear that, it's like
Did you say it's possibly going to be the first single?
it's the first single off
On his
album.
album.
On his album.
man,
That's what I said.
that's
That's
gonna be
that's out of here.
Mhm.
Ridiculous.
Are you going to be on tour anytime soon in the future?
Yeah, we're working it out right now. I don't know exactly when it's gonna be, but it's just like with my schedule, it's always kind of a tricky thing to try to make it work with the medicine. But yeah, definitely gonna get on tour.
Do you,
All midnight shows.
Right.
Like what you were saying about Rakim, something. I went a couple years ago. I went to the Detroit Electronic Music Festival, and a lot of people don't know about Danny Brown.
Yeah,
And Danny Brown,
He's
he's
crazy.
he's a hitter, man.
yeah.
And what was crazy was they had Danny Brown closing out, and they put Gucci Mane before him.
Uh-huh.
And it was like, I was like, damn, that's a
Two
that's a-
different
that's- I was just like,
crowds.
that's a tough act to follow. Like these people are gonna clear out for Danny.
Yeah.
And bro, it was dead
Killed-
opposite. Like
killed it.
Gucci Mane did. I mean,
Wow.
he was singing over his tracks. I mean,
Yeah.
it was like he didn't want to be there.
Gucci's not that good
No,
performing.
and
No
then all of a
offense.
sudden,
Sorry,
man, all of a
Gucci.
sudden,
You could be better.
But this was the
Shout out to-
surreal, the
Shout
real.
out to my Detroit homie, and Danny Brown follows me too. on
Yeah,
social
so
media.
Danny-
Shout out to him.
So then Danny Brown comes out there. Nobody left. It got even thicker, the
Yeah.
crowd.
Wow.
And then I looked across the side of the stage, and Nas was standing right there.
Oh,
And
bro.
Nas was like, "That's one of my favorite MCs, Danny
Dude,
Brown."
so sick.
So again, even people at the top of that
Nas shows a
level-
lot of love to Detroit. Boldy James, all these
Yeah.
guys, he shows a lot of love.
So it's like you said, you don't really know who's watching. Like I'm sure Nas has heard that
Man,
song
I-
already, and he's probably got-
it's so trippy. Like I remember when I was on doing the shows, opening up because I was the lead opener for the Wu-Tang Clan. And I'm like on stage and I'm going into my zone and I'm killing it. And I'm performing for this crowd in front of me. And then I look over like when I get done, and a person who's like had the front seat basically of watching was the Jizza, like my favorite MC growing up. He's right there and he's like,
Man.
and
That's
he's
dope.
I'm like, yo, did this just happen?
Here goes the tears.
No, it was like I wanted to go into tears. That's how much that like Liquid Swords is one of the albums that made me want to rap. You know what I'm saying?
Is Jizza still
Definitely.
with a?
So full
I did a
circle.
show with him,
Yeah.
one-on-one show long time ago. It was a rave, but he had Prodigal Son. Is he still around?
He is. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
okay.
still around.
So, I mean, this was back in shit.
And Jizz is a professor, isn't he?
He does a lot of talks.
Yeah, he does a
a
lot.
lot of talks in universities, and he does a lot of promotion of science. He had a Netflix show, Liquid Science,
Yeah.
that was out. So
I
he's
remember
very
that.
in tune with the science. He really enjoyed the song I did about space because I went real scientifically deep into that record.
Talking about that, I saw something on your thing today about Missy
Yeah,
Elliott.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
what happened with that?
Yeah, so Missy Elliott in July of 24 released did something very similar to what I did, and they were pubbing her at the time as being the first person to play from space. And so me and my team, we all went at that. Be like, wait, no, we work.
Was it her label, like a specific label that was
Yeah,
pushing that?
and
narrative?
so I had my team kind of talk PR, get involved, and they communicated with their team, and and then all the proof and evidence came out that in April 2023, Lazarus did this. So then they actually had to remove a lot of her publications
wow.
from, and we're talking about someone who's such a
Well,
Yeah.
now, but again, now, even someone as talented as Missy Elliott,
Yeah.
she heard the Rakim song.
yeah, and
Now
it
she
was
knows
and
who
it was
you are, like-
it came back to like, yeah, but you're just an independent artist, and that's why I said in an interview I did over the
There it
dance, I'm
is.
like, just
Yep.
because I'm an independent artist doesn't mean I'm a bitch.
Yep.
Yeah,
what I
okay.
mean?
Yeah,
You
you
can't
said
put-
that. I
I
didn't know
said-
why you said that.
And I said you
was
can't
for-
bully me and push me just because I'm independent. doesn't, I'm still an artist. You still have to value me and respect me.
100%.
Whether if you can't just do something as a major label artist and claim something that an independent artist has already done with an institution like NASA. So when I brought it up, they're like, okay, oh, he's with James Green, he's with the chief of staff. Oh, okay, this, and then it's around.
Did she? So when she did her song "The Space," was it with the same people?
Not the exact same people, no.
Not that, just different people.
Yeah, different people. Yeah.
Right. So what do you say to artists? Because I know this happens often. People who are looking to get signed will send their music in to artists who are, globally known, and they'll steal their reference tracks. If you had to give advice to an up and coming artist, how do they protect?
It's very tough.
Their integrity of their IP.
I'll talk about this on the podcast, but I had to happen like a mainstream person took my bars on
right.
their album, and it was it's tough because when it happens to you, you're just like, what did I do wrong? And you got to be very careful because it's sometimes a lot of people in your inner circle that leak the song and leak the music out to certain people, and that and then that has a reality check to you too. Like, wow, I got people like that listening to me that want to take this, and now I'm even more. This happened last year to me, so now I'm even more like careful about everything I write, everything I record. I'm in the studio and I make sure that I place an early copyright on it. I make sure that I do things that I didn't think about before, and to make sure like the masters never leak.
Just cause,
but it's still tough because
though they either don't have the money or they just don't have the know-how.
It's tough, man. I mean, the industry's cutthroat. It's gonna sometimes you have
business is cutthroat.
Yeah, business is cutthroat. Yeah. People are really out here savages. You know what I'm saying? So you have to really you just have to be wary and be careful and know who you can trust.
Right.
And sometimes you don't know who you can trust at first, but you got to build that trust with people. And to the point where if the second they show any sign of not being untrustworthy,
you got to cut them.
Or you're like, okay, then you just got to move away from that. If the situation gets fishy, you got to move away from it because, this is a very thin rope that we walk. And it's people are ready to cut your throat, steal your ideas, steal your bars. And especially now that I've done a record with Rakim, moving forward, I feel like I have to really shield myself in what I write.
Now you definitely got a target on your back.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
not in a bad way, but
I'm not gonna say the guy's name, but I mean, obviously, you saw what happened to Marshall with a longtime person selling his old songs and stuff that he wrote.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that happened.
It was bad.
It was like a $50,000 thing for someone that's been with them the whole career.
He lost the notebook, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. There was some stuff. I mean, it got really heavy. I mean, I know the FBI got involved. Wow. Fred Rex studio got looked at. I mean, there was a lot of stuff moving around, but it came back to a guy and he just sold a song he didn't do to somebody overseas for $50,000.
That's wild.
This is a guy with you from day one. Like, what are you doing? Like, bro, you've been 25 years later. You're going to do some dumbass shit like that over what?
Crazy, man.
So Lazarus, when I was looking online, I seen, a few years back you were doing a couple podcast appearances. You were going, Shade 4-5 with Laura Sear, you're freestyling, all of this stuff. Have you ever thought, and I'm only asking from a viewpoint of a fan, do you think sometimes you may get invited to come on and freestyle to prove yourself, or they're actually wanting you to come on to show that you're dope?
It's both.
Okay.
I think that, they want to showcase that you're dope, but it's always
can you do it?
Yeah, you're always going to prove, because, sometimes people, you can kill it in the studio, but can you kill it
right?
Live, So, yeah, definitely. Like, I was on the Who Kid, I did the Who Kid freestyle.
Yeah, I saw that.
And I just got really crazy on that.
That got over 1 million views.
Be like, man, he went bug-eyed on that one. I was talking to Swifty, be like, man, you went crazy. Like, you was ready to kill somebody. I'm like,
you tapped in.
I mean, you are a doctor. You
yeah.
That was
you gotta have some type of mind for that one.
Did
for
Mr.
Sure.
Porter comment on the track with Rakim?
I actually haven't spoken to Porter since that record dropped. I think he's liked it or shared it. I haven't talked to him though.
Yeah.
Because Dem Joint's been promoting the record a lot, but
yep.
Yeah, I played it to the D12 in the studio. I was in the lab with Swift and Kaniva, and they loved it. They loved the record. They was actually surprised because when they heard Rakim's verse, they thought I was gonna come in after Rakim on some Scalpel-esque flow, like.
Actually, I knew you weren't going to do that when I first heard that.
And to me, that it's like that doesn't work on that.
Yeah.
Then it just sounds like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You know, it got to mesh. The chemistry has to be right. So if I do a collab with Tech Nine, yeah, it'll make sense for me to do something like that. But now with Rakim, it wouldn't make sense.
Even with Marshall, that would work.
So like, I always like to show my versatility as an artist, because I love when people could listen to my verse on Scalpel where I'm like rapping 1 million words a second, and then I could slow it down and hit you with something a little bit more with more cadence and grime in it.
Now, do you feel like I remember Busta Rhymes talking about, what was he saying? Going back and forth, I think, was something he did with M.
Yeah.
And he's like, every time he'd send it, M would outdo him a little more, and then he'd redo it again.
That, you know, that happened with me and Locksmith. When me and Locksmith, I don't know if you guys heard the song Signs, but we did that. We that record was written differently than a lot of my other collabs that I've ever done, and the fact that we sent each other bars. And then so like he would voice memo me like this is during the pandemic or right after that, and he's one of the dopest underground MCs. And so he would he would send me bars on a voice note over the beat. Then I would like literally like 20 minutes later, I would send him another set of 8 bars rhyming with what he rhymed. And then we did that back and forth like 4 times. And it just got crazier and crazier and crazier each set of bars.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Because
crazy.
that's what I mean. Did you feel like that at all? Like when you're doing, so you knew Rakim was going to go first. Was there a point that was like, I don't want to try to you're obviously not trying to body him, but you don't want to just do that just on accident even like.
No, I mean,
did you try to keep the same tempo?
Yeah, with my mentality with the song with Rakim was I wanted it to feel like one thing, one track. You know, like I didn't want to sound on there like, you know, I just wanted to maintain the sound. Like it wasn't about
like a sparring session.
Yeah, it wasn't about like, oh, I'm gonna do some like crazy. It was like, man, I want the song to be great. You know, I want his verse, the way it comes off to the hook, the way the hook goes into the bridge, the way the bridge goes into my verse. I just want people to be able to listen to the whole song, enjoy both of us on there.
No, that's dope.
I wasn't going into it with no like competition, like kind of mentality.
Yeah.
Like, some rappers I'll do songs with, and they'll be like, yeah, I'm coming in there to slice and dice, you know, like.
Yeah, well, sometimes just like I said, like with Busta Rhymes, I think he was just saying like, you know, like M would send it back, and
they was going,
and then he was like, well, fuck, I need to pick it up.
Yeah, I mean, Royce and M on Fast Lane.
Yeah. That's actually what I picture you doing, something one day with them, something like a Fast Lane.
That'd be crazy.
That would be him and Royce were
put it out there.
Put it together.
Oh.
So I don't know if this is happening yet now. People coming up giving you their demo and they want you to sign them.
Yeah, it's been happening for a while.
I figured it was.
Yeah, it's because I have an independent record company.
Okay.
And I have like now he's 14 years old, but I have this young kid from Pakistan. He's amazing. So I'm definitely putting a lot of effort into building him up as an MC. He raps in a language over there, but he kills it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How is this? Is there a scene over there?
Oh yeah. The scene is ridiculous, man. The scene in Pakistan and also the scene in India, and I'm affiliated with both. And you know, I'm working on a big project with the biggest artist from India. Yeah, his name's Emiway. Like me and him got an album that's coming out, and we got the first song dropping like a month or 2 from now. It's going to be crazy.
Right.
They're rapping in their language, I'm rapping in mine, but it meshes so well together.
Wow.
Yeah, I remember one time I was in New York. This was probably about 2020, and got in the Uber, and the Uber driver was from India, and he was playing hip hop. I came back, I was downloading that music. I was like, yo,
Was it in their language?
Yeah, it was in their language though. But the music, because you feel music regardless of what the language is.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's how you know music is good, when you feel it. You know what I'm saying?
When I first went to that part of the world, like early on, it was non-existent. You know, when I was actually in my early days of rapping.
Okay.
But you know, a movie came out in 2019 called Gully Boy. That was like the Bollywood equivalent of 8 Mile. Once that movie came out, it was a rap. Every kid in India Pakistan want to be a rapper.
Oh.
Wow.
And now it's like everywhere you go, and whenever I go out there, like hip hop is flourishing. You know,
That's awesome.
That's
Hey,
powerful.
did your I don't know if you had a set rate, but now that you got a Rakim, when people come to you and want a verse, did your rates go up?
I don't. That's my thing. Like I know it's a bold thing.
That's a question for bro.
It's a
question for management.
Definitely a question for management. But I'm also like I see myself being like a Ra in the sense that I'm not just gonna collab for money.
You're not gonna be a
100%.
sellout kind
You
of.
know, and because I have.
But if it was the right person, no money involved, you would do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And would you still look at the situation of just being
I'm
you,
like, yo,
being
Nas,
the guy
you gotta pay me, bro.
Yeah, getting Nas to pay you.
Hey, that would
Hey, he getting that casino money.
right.
Right.
the Ring doorbell money.
Yeah,
For real.
no, definitely, man. But you know, it's just beautiful to have a dream and then see that dream come to life.
I like that.
And
Like
you know,
that.
a lot of people they have dreams to do things, and they just leave it there.
Yeah.
And for me, it's like, now, how do we not leave it there? How do we make it a reality?
That's what drives me crazy. I tell her this a lot. You know, it happens in Vegas. It's like you meet somebody, and it's like, you know, I'm going to do this,
Yeah.
and then they're doing this, and the next thing you know, they're 20% and everything. And I'm like, you know, if you would just stick to one thing and go at that, that's what.
And I hope that it's opening people's eyes up to the fact that how serious I am about this.
Right.
That, you know, like not only did I, you know, I go to school and finish that, get my degree, and become a physician, but I'm also out here, you know, putting my 150% into the music, doing songs with Rakim, Ghostface, and the like.
Like you can live both lives. You know, like that is a possibility.
Clark Kent, Superman.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean,
That's the
I
vibe.
run around today and, you know, tell myself all the time, like, man, I don't have time to do this. And but then I think of that, and I'm like, you do have time.
You always, I mean, today.
It's like, what time are you waking up? You
Today,
know?
my videographer and I, Eddie, we went and we're evaluating real estate because, you know, I'm an investor. And then now we're here with one of the dopest MCs on the planet.
It's all about balance.
It's about
time
balance.
management.
A line I heard from Mike Tyson that I really love. He's like, I want to be up more than they want me to be down.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That from Iron Mike, man.
So, Laz, you know, we got to ask you,
Yeah.
or at least I'm going to ask you.
Yeah.
Mount Rushmore, your top MCs.
Top MCs on the Mount Rushmore.
You throwing you throwing 4 or 5 on there?
We could throw 4.
Okay,
You know,
4 in the honorable mention.
Okay, so Rakim goes on there.
You better have him on.
Right.
Rakim goes on there. Rakim, we got a track together, man. You going to Mount Rushmore?
Definitely.
Yes. The genius Jizza.
Jizza.
Such a
Okay.
great one.
He goes up there. Man, right now, you know, I feel like, you know who I feel like putting up there, man. I feel like putting Inspector Deck up there, bro.
Deck is underrated. I don't care what nobody say, but I like that.
I kind of feel, because I was just listening to so many, like I was listening to the one he did with Gangstar.
Yeah.
You know, with Guru Above the Clouds. Like, I'm like, man,
that song was dope. The whole Uncontrollable Substance album was hard.
Yeah, and people that was so like you know, slept on.
It was a slept on album.
That project, man.
Yeah.
And then Alive or All Time or
This your list. This your Mount Rushmore.
Man, we'll go ahead and throw Nas and Eminem up there, man.
Yep.
Conjoined twins or just
Yeah, we could make them conjoined. We could make them
because that's 5.
That is 5, man. But it's just
all right.
it's crazy, man.
Definitely.
There's so many rappers I want.
It is, man. I'm not mad at that list.
So when Rakim drops this album, is he gonna tour with it?
Yeah, I got to talk about the business on that. But if that's the case, you already know I'm gonna pop up.
Yeah, well, that's what I said. There'll be certain shows you pop in on, some that you don't, or maybe you might just take the whole. Because I heard Rakim, he's always touring.
Oh,
I remember when M80 was on here, he was like, Rakim don't care about.
Yeah,
the money.
you know who else
full-time.
I built a relationship with, a connection with, is Grandmaster Cass.
Mm.
So he was at the Rakim show that I went, and when I was sitting down with, so he was always like, well, he was listening in when me and Rakim was having a sit down.
Yeah,
he was listening in. Corrupt was there. All of them, we was all sitting kind of together, and you know, Corrupt and me got really cool after that. And then Grandmaster Cash, so he always hits me up. He'd be like, "Yo, Laz, I love that song that when you did with Rakim." So yes, the Forefathers, man.
That's
shout out
like
to Corrupt.
I said, Chuck D
Right.
was doing talking about that record on his radio show when he was on the road with Guns N' Roses just recently. So
Man, that's so crazy
Love.
on the road with Guns N' Roses.
That should have been the sound effects that said flex. That's a flex.
No, it's funny. I'm talking to
That's
Chuck
what's up.
D, and Chuck D's like, "Yo, Laz, I'm listening to your joint with Rakim. Hold on, I gotta do this set real quick with Guns N' Roses."
Okay, all right.
I'm like, "Yo, tell Axl
love it.
Rose I said what up."
I love like
That's
the
what's
cross
up.
between rock and rap. I think that's super cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Public Enemy is very much like that.
Yeah,
and I like that about
they,
them.
They're always on the road with like Cypress Hill and and a lot of people.
You see yourself ever doing anything with Chuck D? I think that would be a. He's such a tough voice to match. You know, he's
such like a father figure / mentor to me that it's hard for me to imagine like actually doing a song with him.
Yeah, I know he's got such a different sound though too.
Yeah.
Like you sound very much in that. I mean, I can see. I 100% can see the Jizza one coming.
Yeah, and then in one day, you know, I'm gonna do a record with Kendrick.
Oh,
Do a record with Kendrick.
I think that's
one day.
True, make that happen.
Listen, man, I think that's. I mean, I would say Kendrick, even like right now, is more possible than M, but I don't put M out of the equation at all.
Yeah, I think what fuels M is like competition, man. So like the pen, you know, in the rhyming and stuff. I think that's what makes.
And he pays attention, and like you said, Mr. Porter, he's with him all the time. So it's like
Kendrick
heard it already.
Kendrick's
heard it too. I'm sure.
Kendrick is you know, Kendrick just when he did the Chains of Whip song that just came out with Pusha T, the clips and Pusha T also we talked, me and him.
Okay.
Pusha T started me and him started chatting back during the pandemic. I gave him some medical advice, and he's on fire right now.
Yeah,
he's coming. They're coming. He's
the
coming.
29th.
The 29th.
Yeah,
of
August.
You need to get him over here. On Dream.
Yeah, I do. Hey, I'll show you an album out there. The record label sent me. They collabed with Kaz. Like I like the elephants, whatever.
Yeah.
So the whole album is Kaz.
So the line comes in, you know, hip hop died again. Half of my profits may go to Rockhim. As soon as that came out, and that was on the eve of my song coming out with Rakim.
Wow.
So that song came out a week before. So it's like when No Life Shack and a lot of these people did their reviews, they were quoting Kendrick's bar leading into the song. So it was crazy.
The timing on that one.
Is
Yeah.
just phenomenal. Couldn't be better.
Before we get out of here, Laz, we got this new. I don't know if we did this with
We
you
might have
last
did
time.
I think we did.
Y'all was asking me some weird questions.
Yeah.
That's what we do at the end of the show.
We got to keep in mind.
He gonna make a freestyle about us if the questions get too crazy.
So if it get too crazy, you know, I got uphold my.
We're gonna get a 16, True. You better be careful.
I lost all the cards.
You lost some little race?
Dude, I don't know how I picked them all out.
We'll give you this to take a look at for a minute.
Thanks.
I'll start this out though.
Okay.
Have you ever been fired from any job?
Dude, that was my cards. That's why.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never been fired, but I've left jobs because I thought maybe it'd be something on the verge of happening because of situations turning crazy.
You never been fired anywhere? No. What was your first job? McDonald's?
No, I used to work at CVS.
CVS.
Was that the first job?
Hey, R.I.P. CVS. Or no, was it CVS or Walgreens going under?
Dude, it was crazy. They used to always put me in the cold room and just have me like
tagging
stock stuff over there.
Okay.
I'm like, it's getting cold in here. They're like, no, stay in there. I'm like, give me the register, goddammit.
At least.
Yeah, but no, but you know, even in the medical world, you know, it's like sometimes the nurses hating on you and this happens and then it's just like, yo, this situation's looking crazy. I gotta switch. It's
always politics.
It's always politics.
Always politics. All right. Have you ever lied to leave in the middle of a first date?
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably. I was probably like, nah, this ain't it.
I forgot my wallet.
Yeah, you know.
See what happened?
No.
You know, like, my family members in the hospital right now.
No.
I gotta run.
You had your bro call. Hey,
I call my
10 minutes. Call me.
I might call my brother and be like, yo, man, y'all bail me out of this one, man. Just keep ringing my phone over and over again and say it's an emergency. It's an emergency.
It's okay. Women do that
Hey,
too.
we got Rakim wanting to do a verse with you. You gotta leave.
Yeah, I gotta go.
You gotta go.
That's a good
I
move.
know we only been sitting down here for a few minutes, but I'm sorry, I gotta go. And I gotta change my number too.
Damn. Could you have a long-term relationship with someone who has completely different political views than you?
I mean, a theoretical question. There's like obviously
like could you, like, if someone like had the opposite views and
I
they're
mean,
like, I stand by that, but baby, I'm in love with you. I love you so
I
much.
mean,
And she
that-
does everything. It takes care of you. Da-da-da.
Yeah, I mean that's.
But
that's
she
all
stands the
fine.
complete opposite.
Whatever.
Huh? Okay.
As long
See,
as you
love
guys
is the answer,
understand each
guys.
other.
Who cares about
Love
politics?
Conquers all.
Love
It does.
conquers
It does.
Yes.
I love it.
Do you shave your genital area?
All right, now I'm not talking about this. Right? We're not going in there.
Bro.
Was this your?
No, I did not choose that
Okay.
one.
Rach said she ain't
No,
claiming
that was
one.
not me.
We're gonna leave that to the next guest.
Have you ever broke up with someone because they were a bad lover?
Like in what way?
Any way you want to define it.
Probably.
As an adult, have you ever thrown up on someone?
No, but I've had a lot of people throw up on me.
I can imagine.
Right.
I can imagine.
In and out of the hospital. Whether it's happened to me when I was at a show, it's happened to me obviously in the hospital, multiple times. But I haven't thrown up on anybody, no.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Right.
Self-control.
Yeah.
Would you ever purchase a mail order wife?
A what?
A mail order wife?
No.
Oh, there's a snort.
Yo.
You get a snort from the
Look,
crowd. here.
Laz said,
Oh, what?
I have a song with Rockhim.
Yeah.
They're ordering me.
Yeah, right. Shit, I'll take 2.
Have you ever had a partner that was too kinky?
No. Sorry.
Okay. Last question for me. Have you ever been arrested?
No. Close.
Good answer.
Many,
He's like,
there's times close, but no. I've always been too cautious.
this is for this is a real good one. Would you for you?
Yeah.
Would you ever take life advice from a psychic?
I listen to what they gotta say.
That's what I do. I
But-
listen to it.
99 times out of 100, probably.
Probably ain't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, where can people find you at?
Yeah.
Laz?
LAZ Detroit on all social media, Instagram, Twitter. I even got a TikTok now. So yeah, you can go up there.
You dancing?
TikTok.
It was enough people telling me, yo, I gotta do a TikTok. You gotta do TikTok. And I'm like, man, there's 2 things I always stayed away from: TikTok and Snapchat. And I still stay out of Snapchat.
Yeah, I
That's
don't mess
too-
with
that's too
Snap.
free. I'm like, yo, if a dude is all up on Snapchat, something's wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, Snapchat
If you
is
want
over
your
for
messages
me.
to
but
disappear,
Mostly,
something wrong.
mostly Instagram. Where I'm at, and then find me on YouTube on a YouTube channel.
Okay.
Rockhim and Lazarus, not to be defined. We at 6.7 million.
6.7
Steady
million
growing.
before I came out.
Climbing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
you got
That's
it.
How
what's
about you, Lil Rach?
You can find me on the interwebs at Lil Rach, LALRAYCH.
And then how about you, Will?
Mr. Full-Time CEO. You can catch me across all social media platforms, Mr. Will Roundtree, and that's MRWILLROUNDTREE.
All right, you can just find.
Before I go, I want to plug this. We were just in the Snoop Dogg video.
Yes.
Throw that out
Yes.
there.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
You can just find me at Green Room Radio. That's it for me. But
I'm like, well,
we got to go back. We got to go back to that. So I know M80 was part of that thing.
Yeah.
So you had Snoop Dogg. There was what's his name, Method Man.
Yeah,
and
Master
Master
Killer. Master
Killer.
Killer birthday today. Happy birthday,
Happy
Master
birthday,
Killer.
Master
happy
Killer.
birthday to him.
Yeah, definitely. That was crazy.
How did you sneak in that little video?
I was there.
You're
was
like,
just
I did a
chopping
song
up.
with
That was-
Rakim.
Yeah, so that was right after we did the Rakim video shoot. So yeah, 80 was like, yo, come through to the shoot. Then they're shooting a video. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna come through. So me and my bro went over there, took the vet out, drove out to LA, popped up in there, and I'm like, wow, it's getting a little crazy up in here.
Yeah.
Who was up in there? You had Snoop.
Method
Watch
Man.
the video.
Watch the video.
Yeah, but no, it was crazy, but it was good. I had a chance to chop it up with Snoop up there, and then Crooked I was there too. He heard him and Capadonna were listening to the Not to Be Defined record. That was before it came out. They was losing it. Yeah, it was crazy.
Did Method Man have did he hear it?
Yeah, he didn't hear the song at the time, but yeah, my brother and him was kicking it over there.
Yeah.
They're talking because they both hit the gym hard, so they was just
Method Man really got in the loop of working out. I was happy to see that.
Definitely.
It was a great time. It was a great time. But that video is out right now. It's called Glad to Meet You, and it's a Master Killer's record with Snoop Dogg and Method Man. It's the first time that they collided.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
crazy.
You think was that a one-time deal, or are they going to carry on for a whole album?
No, I think that was for them coming together.
Yeah.
I think that was just for that one track.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because M80 talks about that before it actually happened. And when you're hearing that, it's like,
It's wild.
damn, that's a wild one to put.
I love
together.
I love when stuff happens for the first time.
Yeah.
I love that first time I played in space. The first rapper from Detroit to collab with Rakim. I love that.
Sick.
We gotta do something else now.
Let's go, dude.
All right. Well, thank
right.
you, Laz,
Yes,
for
sir.
coming through.
Yes,
We
sir.
appreciate it, man.
Yeah. Always a pleasure,
And
bro.
we will definitely see you
Absolutely.
on tour
Yeah.
with Rakim somewhere.
Let's do it. Let's make it happen.
Hopefully you guys make it through Vegas. But if not, I'm coming to the Detroit show.
Let's go,
Yes,
baby.
sir.
Let's get it.
Peace out, y'all.
See ya.
Green Room Radio.